Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Fedora 38 was released on April 23rd, 2023, and Fedora is one of a kind of Linux distro that use the newest technology. So for those of you that are always curious about new technology, Fedora is always an exciting distro to follow on each release. So in this video, I would like to share with you about some changes on Fedora 38. For your information, in this video, I'm running Fedora 38 workstation on a VM, so it may have some differences when you install Fedora 38 on your bare metal computer. What are the new features? Let's check it out. Number one is unrestricted FlatHub access. First of all, we will open the software manager and then go to the main menu of the software manager, click software repositories. But before we talk about the software repositories, I will go to the Fedora documentation. Let's scroll down a little bit and you can see here, starting from Fedora 38, we will have unfiltered FlatHub access. It means we don't need to install or enable it manually by executing some commands, and we can enable this by clicking this button here. By clicking this button, and then let it load the repo first. It will take time, especially for those of you who have a slow internet connection like me. Let's try to search for an application. It is called OpenBoard. It should be loaded from the FlatHub repo. As we can see here, now we can load the application. It means now we have unrestricted FlatHub access. If we compare it to Fedora 37, Fedora 37 already included partial support for FlatHub. It was a filtered list. In the repository menu, there's no button to unrestricted. Wait. In the repository menu of the Fedora 37, there's no button to activate the unrestricted FlatHub repo. So when we are using Fedora 37, we need to enable it manually by typing a command. I will close this first and then I will open the terminal. I'm going to check the kernel version that is bundled with Fedora 38. Based on some articles, kernel 6.2 will support Intel Arc graphics, an enhancement for the NVIDIA Nouveau driver, and a lot more. And then we will go to the third feature, desktop environment upgrade. If you download Fedora 38 Workstation Edition, which is the official Fedora release, it will be bundled with GNOME 44. I will check it in the setting menu. And then go to the About. As we can see here, I'm running Fedora 38 Workstation that is using GNOME 44 for the desktop environment. Of course, there are some enhancements regarding GNOME 44. For the Fedora spins that use desktop environment other than GNOME, we can expect that each version will be bundled with each present version of the desktop environment. Another update about Fedora that started in Fedora 38. Now, Fedora has 2 new versions of Fedora Spin Edition. Fedora Spin, they are Fedora with Budgie desktop environment and Fedora version with Sway Window Manager. Sway Window Manager is an alternative to i3 Window Manager with good Wayland support. And then Budgie Desktop. Budgie Desktop Manager is a new kind of desktop environment for me. I never use that because GNOME is enough for me. If you have some experiences about the Budgie desktop environment, you can share in the comment below. And then, last but not least, with this new release of Fedora 38, I see a little bit of changes in the official Fedora website as well. First of all, the menu. Now the menu is very nice and very obvious. It tells us what Fedora has. Maybe we don't need to scroll all the way down just to look for which edition or version that we need. Just click the Get Fedora. There are some Fedora versions that are already categorized and briefly described according to each type and each function. Then there's a help where we can get some help about Fedora. For example, documentation, and then shortcut to Fedora forum, this one, and etc. The documentation part itself has 5 kinds of documentation you can see in this menu. So for you who might be a new Fedora user that needs some documentation to follow, don't be afraid you cannot find it. You can find the documentation directly in the Fedora official website, and you are free to choose what kind of documentation that you need. Let's scroll down a little bit. There's a part that also briefly describes each Fedora version, followed with the download button. Each version is presented in a box. For those of you who don't know what Fedora that you are going to download, now you can see clearly and obviously each version. It will help you to decide which version that you need to download. If we scroll down a little bit, we will see the what more Fedora options part. In this part, we can see there are Fedora Spins, Fedora Labs, and Fedora ALT downloads. They are followed with the descriptions. And as far as I know, Fedora always bundled with GNOME for the official release. In this part, we can see the Fedora with different versions, which is not an official release. On the support resources, we can see that there's a chat channel. It's an IRC channel that you can join. You only need to install an IRC client first and start to ask there. And the last part we can see in this webpage is the footer. As we can see, there's a part that is not mentioned above, but it's mentioned in the Get Fedora menu. It's the immutable desktop that you can download. Now Fedora has 3 versions of it: Silverblue with GNOME, and then Kinoite with KDE, and the last one is Sericea. I don't know how to mention it. Sericea or Sericea, I don't know which one is the correct one. Sericea is the immutable desktop version of Fedora with Sway tiling window manager. Okay everyone, finally this is the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to support this channel, and see you in the next video.